Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach, and for the last 7 days, I've been driving the 2024 Toyota Tundra Platinum. Up front is a 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, along with a hybrid system, and down below is a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, I am super excited to be making this video because this Tundra has been in my possession for the last 7 days. I've done close to 300 miles in it, and I have plenty of thoughts and opinions to share with you today. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. But let's get back to that hybrid max system under the hood. Well, it is made up of two parts: a hybrid system that does not require you to plug it in, and a V6 twin turbo. Now, depending on where you read it, you might read it as 3.5 liter, you might read it as 3.4 liter. Toyota, to me, specifically didn't specify. The window sticker just says V6 twin turbo, so you can be the judge and make your own assumptions. But what is factual is that it makes 437 horsepower, which is an absolutely fantastic number. However, this is the first generation of Tundra to not offer a V8 engine. Do I miss the V8? 99% of the time, no. The only two instances I've missed the V8 were on the highway when I was already cruising at 60 or 70 miles an hour and I wanted to speed up. This vehicle downshifts a lot in order to find that power band where a V8 just kind of goes. And the uber specific time of backing up a hill very slowly. The V8s seem a little less bothered doing so, but like I said, I only had to do that once, so it was fine. I actually really like the power from this V6 twin turbo. It is a lot of fun, and the fuel economy will reflect that. I've been hovering around the 16-17 mile per gallon mark, but to be fair, I did leave the Tundra in sport mode for a majority of the time because, hey, I like to party. Now, like I said, paired to it is a 10-speed automatic. It's shifting really well. It's quiet, it's comfortable, and doing the job. Just like I said, it's shifting a lot, but it's keeping you in that power band. So, beggars can't be choosers. Last but not least, this is four-wheel drive, and we will talk about how to select that a little bit later on. So how does it feel to drive the Toyota Tundra Platinum CrewMax? I like most of it. Like I said, I like the power, I love the visibility, steering isn't too hard. The ride isn't great, and I do want to say that this does have the TRD off-road suspension on it. You also get skid plates and tires and things like that. Around town, it's wonderful, but on the highway, it does get very bouncy, to the point where it was hard to read text on the maps or text on the screen while driving. So that was a big downside. If you do plan on doing some road trips, I would highly recommend not opting for the TRD suspension. And it is very large. Here it is sticking out of my garage. This is as far as I could get it into the garage. Here's a parking spot at a mall that I was overhanging quite a bit. This is a very large vehicle. You should equate for that. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have a completely digital gauge cluster that offers a bunch of different information that I can swipe through. I'm mostly a fan of this stuff. I think it's relatively pretty good. However, I do have this max battery gauge. I think it's kind of pointless. On the steering wheel, on the left, we have our selectors for that gauge cluster screen, along with our volume and voice commands. And off to the right, we have our adaptive cruise options, as well as our skip track. The overall steering wheel is nice. It has a sort of flat bottom, so if you do have big legs, it's not going to be an issue. And it is perforated leather wrapped. Off to the left, we have a giant climate control vent. And down below, we have our cargo light, automatic high beams, gas cap release, gauge dimmer switch, trip odometer, rear parking sensor on and off, heated steering wheel, and our outlet control. Bunch of buttons over there. Quite the little command center. On the door, we have our power folding mirrors, power mirror adjustments, lock and unlock, window locks, and power windows. One thing I always forget about some of the Toyota products is the rear window fully opens, just like the 4Runners. That is a really nice feature that you don't see on many full-size pickup trucks here in 2024. Toyota also now offers built-in dash cameras for a fee, but it's completely integrated and just records to a micro SD card. That's what you're seeing now. It does not actually record any audio. I have added this audio in with my microphone, but it will record any instances of like harsh driving. It'll start recording, or if you tell it to start recording, it will. Or if it senses motion while you are parked, it will record that as well. So I think this is one of my favorite features that new Toyotas are offering, and you could get it on most of their models. I also had a RAV4 that had one, so pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Moving into the center, we get a giant infotainment screen. I had a friend swipe up on my Instagram story and say, that looks like a TV. And I said, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. It is large and in charge. It does have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. However, that's pretty much it for like the cool features and gimmicks. Here's what the backup camera looks like. We get so many different camera options here in the Tundra. Really, really nice to see this. However, when you're parked, it will only do this view. I don't find this view very helpful, at least as opposed to other 360 cameras that it does offer. So it's fine, but you can change the color of the truck. My girlfriend made it blue for some reason. Down below that, we do get our physical climate controls. Thank the Lord that Toyota has not integrated these into the screen. I prefer my physical climate controls, especially in a truck where I might have work gloves on or something of the sort. Rough and tumble vehicles should definitely have physical climate controls. Dual zone climate. The heated seats will boil your bottom like it's a stew, which is very nice. It's been rather cold here in the Chicagoland area, but when it was warm, I had the heated seat on, and boy, was my tushy a-cookin'. Ventilated seats, of course, as well. And then down below, we have even more buttons. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for trailer settings. Our view button, traction control off, hazard switch, and rear locking differential. We have a power parking brake and brake hold off to left, wireless charger into the center, and then we have the typical Toyota shifter off to the left. I like the feeling of this. It works well, feels good. Nice place to rest my hand as well. And then we get our drive mode select down below. So we have 3 different drive modes for the Sport, Normal, and Eco. Now, because we have the TRD suspension, it is non-adjustable, which I would have liked to have seen. Like I said, it was a little bouncy on the highway, but that's okay. And then we have our 4-wheel drive settings off to the left for 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. Then we do have openable cup holders. We will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the Tundra. And sadly, and also shockingly, it fails. However, we're not out of the game yet because we do have a giant center console, and it does have this square that acts as a cup holder and accommodates big bottles, even my girlfriend's even bigger friggin' bottle than what I have. And so we'll give the Tundra a pass because this does actually work as a cup holder, and Toyota specified that this is for larger bottles. And so the Tundra gets a pass. What I really like about the center console is that you can open up this little compartment and you can keep your phone here and it won't eat it, which is really, really nice. Tons of space in here and you love to see it. The seats are very comfortable. Like I said, they are heated, very well heated. Ventilated, power and memory. So anything I could really want from a modern truck seat, I have here. But speaking of seats, we do have back seats. So let's go do a back seat review. I will say, another downside of the TRD off-road package is that it gets rid of these side rails that make it easy to get in and out of. It's not easy to get in and out of anymore when they took those away. My grandma had to get onto her hands and knees to get in here. Now, bless her soul, she's getting towards 90 years old. But even me, a spry 26-year-old, as they would say, no one has ever called me spry. It's a little hard. Anyway, once we are back here, once we've gotten up into the beast, great features back here. First of all, headroom, really, really good, even with this giant sky roof. Knee room, fantastic, not coming close to hitting the seat in front of me. I do get heated and ventilated seats in the back. Lovely to see that. I get 2 USB-A outlets, a little bit. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I am wrong. I get a USB-A and USB-C. I assumed that they were both USB-A because I only opened the USB-A. Makes a fool out of me. But we have a regular wall outlet too if those 2 USBs are not satisfactory for you. We can open this up as well. We do have a center armrest, 2 cup holders down here. And these rear seats can be folded up as I'm showing here. Overall, the back space of the Tundra is wonderful. If I want to shade the back, I can do that as well. I can also put a giant shade cover over here. Pretty cool. So let's hop out. We'll take a quick look at the trunk and cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, stepping over all of this melted snow and gunk. Coming around the back of the Tundra, one button here, and it does lower on its own. It has a nice soft opening. It's not the softest opening I've ever seen of a truck, but it doesn't slam, which is nice. I do have a 400-watt outlet back here. Love to see that. We do get some nice cargo lights, bunch of tie downs, and we have these hooks on the side here that you can loosen and slide along this rail to fit whatever needs you might have. Other than that, no like crazy 8-way adjustable tailgate, although it'll probably be less parts to fix down the road. Just a simple Tundra tailgate that says Tundra in probably the largest font I've ever seen in my life. So there it is. And we do have our trailer connections down here for our 4-prong and 7 over there. So very, very cool setup for towing. Love it. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and I really like the look of the new designed Tundra. I know it's only been 2 years, or I guess it has already been 2 years, I should say, but I really, really like the look of it. I like the design of it, and it's very macho, especially the big headlights. I think the platinum is overall a pretty good looking trim level, and I'm very, very happy with the outcome and overall appeal of this Toyota Tundra. But with all of that being said, all of that together, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think having driven the Toyota Tundra Platinum for the last 7 days? Well, it's been an absolutely wonderful experience, and everyone in my family seems to actually agree that they really, really love the Tundra. I can't say I'm shocked. I knew that this was going to be a good vehicle. I knew that I was going to like it in some regard. I didn't know how much I was going to like it, and that's the interesting part, because I feel like the Tundra doesn't always come up when full-size American pickup trucks are being talked about. Let me equate it to hot dogs. Here we have the Chicago dog. You got your peppers, tomato, lettuce, maybe some onions thrown in there, but absolutely no ketchup. When you think of an iconic hot dog, at least here in Chicago, you think of the Chicago dog. You gotta check out Scooby's or Super Dogs, or my favorite, Gene and Jude's. But you also have the Dodger dog from LA, Dodger Stadium, foot-long dog. God, those are so good as well. A real true Dodger dog is hard to beat. And of course, how can you not mention the New York dog? A little bit of sauerkraut on there. You could get them at any street cart. Go to Papaya King. It's gonna be delicious. But then there is a fourth. I recently went to Tucson, Arizona, and my eyes and taste buds were opened to the Sonoran hot dog, a twist on the hot dog that originated from the Sonoran Desert region. And so you would find things on this hot dog that are more commonly found in tacos, burritos, and enchiladas. And I had one for the first time in January. And now it might be my favorite hot dog. There was just something new about it. Maybe it was the bun that was crispened up on the grill. Maybe it was the mix of a little bit of pico de gallo in there. I can't put my finger on the exact reason, but from where I'm sitting, I think about that hot dog now more than the other ones I've had. So don't count out the Sonoran hot dog. Maybe it's not top of your list, but I think it's definitely worth a try. You just might like it more than the others. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Toyota for sending me this Tundra for the last 7 days. Huge thank you to Drive Shop for facilitating the cleaning and delivery of this vehicle, and of course the Midwestern Automotive Media Association for just being so awesome. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.